Got a super big heavy hitter today. Bodysnatcher just came out with a new song, Violent Obsession. Gonna be taking a look at that. Gonna give you my first initial thoughts, reactions on it. I'm taking you along with me. Let's do it.
I see a fucking crime scene in your future. Bastard abuser. Violence is the answer. When you keep those hands to yourself, when we cut them off, this reign of terror, now silver, but you where you belong. Was the king things spreading grace, now see the face of fear. Every victim you claim never knew their names, time to make you disappear. A book not to see, cut the suffering into your scars. Because the good one does and dies, put you where you belong.
Okay, it's super freaking heavy. Let me move that out of the way there. Super freaking heavy right off the bat. Typical freaking Bodysnatcher form. They just get straight into it. Now, I don't have a full extensive history with Bodysnatcher. I'm still kind of new into this world, but sometimes I can really understand in the live setting of concerts and stuff, especially when it comes to more hardcore music like this. I can understand the whole like hardcore slam dancing thing at concerts, the throwing hands. Now, I've said in previous videos I don't partake in this in that type of mosh pits just because usually it ends up bad for me. Usually I end up on the floor somewhere, freaking knocked out, sliding across the floor. Somebody literally mops the floor with me, or I end up getting kicked. Or the last concert I was at with hardcore slam dancing, ended up with 2 chipped teeth, which cost me $500 freaking dollars. So I don't partake in them anymore. Unless there's like a band on the label or on the lineup at a show that that I'm just really hyped for. Which the last one for me was like Disembodied Tyrant. But this song right here, you can really. It's just like very. It's full of anger, man, and now that's not all deathcore as a whole. I mean, like you've got bands such as Lorna Shore who are really changing the game with deathcore in particular, where they're starting to do more epic, empowering stuff, and it's a nice change of pace, in my opinion, in the deathcore scene, because it's very difficult to make positive stuff overall work with rock and metal as a whole. It's become a cultural norm at this point for this music genre in particular. But I think things are quickly shifting over, and yeah, a lot of bands are making it work. Bodysnatcher, however, it seems as if they really just lean into that heavy anger aspect, or the negative emotional aspect, which works very well for them, because I mean they've got quite a bit of a following at this point, and the recording of this video, that this has only been out for about 12 hours or something like that, I think, barely a day, and it's at 6,000 views, which kind of sits typical for deathcore as a whole, because unfortunately, the reality of the situation is that deathcore is still a smaller subset, and there's less of a fan base for it compared to something like metalcore, which is obviously a very popular thing nowadays, and it's just what people gravitate towards.
No salvation, no fucking hesitation. When you walk back by you out, suffocate slow, when the young below. Suffocate slow, when the young below. Silence is the answer.
Another quick pause right there. So the music video is pretty it's kind of interesting. You see, especially seeing it looks like these two people are fighting in like a cage fight or something, or maybe they're trapped in there. Kind of hard to tell the context, at least in my opinion it is. Maybe somebody else would fully understand it. But so sometimes I wonder a lot of the creative decisions behind this stuff, and that's it seems to be a lot of that is in deathcore in general. When you're starting to get way into the into like the hardcore type music, where people are gonna be people in a live setting are gonna be doing some really crazy stuff, and that's actually where I believe deathcore really thrives at, is in a live setting. I've been to a few shows like Suicide Silence, and who else was there? I think Chelsea Grin was there too, and that show was one of the craziest freaking shows that I've ever been to date. People are just going wild. People are climbing. I remember one dude like climbed up one of the pillars in the venue, and he's just like ah. And then people are just in that pit just doing like kung fu kicks, or some dude ended up throwing a trash can across the venue, and I'm just like, dude, these people are freaking. You guys are animals in the deathcore scene. It's freaking nuts when you actually go to a show. I don't think I've been to a Bodysnatcher show yet, so I'd actually be excited to see what they sound like in a live setting versus a studio recording. But I could definitely imagine that this is one of those bands where it's gonna be like that show where I was at. That there's gonna be there's probably gonna be blood and teeth flying everywhere, and people just getting spin kicked in the face, which again is kind of typical for a hardcore show. Okay, so the also the freaking the transition into that breakdown right there was also executed really freaking well, to the point where honestly I kind of felt a little bit of a chill going into that, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is insane, because you can just feel the you can feel the emotion coming through the video and through the music, and then they just slow everything down, which that's typical deathcore. But man, when everything just starts getting slowed down, and they're at like, I don't even know, probably 10 beats a minute or something, or who knows how slow they are actually going. You just know shit's about to pop off.
You are nothing but a fucking crime scene. Let you up, put you out. Let you up, put you out. Burn.
That was Bodysnatcher and Violent Obsession. Awesome freaking song. Just loved it. it's just so full of anger and pure and just raw emotions, and you can just feel everything pretty much coming through the music composition, the guitars, the drums, the way the vocals are. Now admittedly, I'll be the first to admit, probably in all of the deathcore and hardcores, like screaming and stuff like that, that of course I don't understand everything that they're saying until I've looked at the actual lyrics, and then you get the breakthrough and you're like, oh, that's what they're saying. But sometimes I don't think that really matters. Sometimes I think it's more just about the emotions that come through, and you can really feel what's actually going on, instead of just scientifically hyper analyzing everything. Just feel it, and I think you will kind of have a feeling. Well, you'll have an understanding of what is trying to be said, or what's being communicated through the music itself. So I'm super excited to see what these guys have in store in the future. I mean, they just dropped this song 11 hours ago, so it's we probably got a little bit till the next one, but who knows? I mean, their last song that I listened to was probably about a month ago, so and their release schedule seems to be pretty frequent for the most part. If any members of Bodysnatcher are listening to this, come to Des Moines, Iowa in the future. We need more shows here, and I need to feed my crippling addiction to metal concerts and mosh pits. But I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna stop rambling before it gets too long. So if you haven't checked this song out already, check it out, give it a spin wherever you're listening to music to. Bodysnatcher, Violent Obsession, definitely worth it. I'm gonna stop sleeping on these guys a lot less than what I have been. And yeah, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Got a lot of stuff that's coming out in 2026 that I'm gonna be checking out. I'm gonna take you with me, and looking forward to it. So I'll see you in the next one.